Difficulty loading up it tonight right before the start. So I'm Zach Workin, your color again tonight. My partner Jeff Extra, our director James Lee, and on camera tonight Allie Myers. So we kind of come in right at the middle of starting lineup for Grand Island. So it's off to you, Jeff.
All right, Zach. Well, the starting lineups for today's matchup for Grand Island Northwest. They're the number 4 ranked team in Class B. First, let's start off with the 5'7" senior, number 2, Sydney Simmons. Along with her is the 5'8" senior, number 3, Kenzie Hageman. Then a 5'9" senior, number 4, Kennedy Hovey. A 5'6" senior, number 5, Megan Bartz. A 5'9" senior, number 6, Taryn Mayfield. And then a 5'9" junior, number 9, Whitney Jensen. That is the starting lineup for the Grand Island Northwest Vikings.
All right, and then we have the starting lineup for your Kearney High Bearcats. Starting for the Bearcats, number 6, Claire Vanderbeek is a junior, 6 foot tall. And then we got a 5'8" senior, number 7, Addie Palzer. And we have a 5'10" junior, Ashton Malin, number 11. At a 5'10" junior also is number 12, Alexis Mishu. A 5'11" senior, number 23, Bailey Sterling. And a 5'11" senior, number 24, Vanessa Laura Perez. That is your starting lineup for your Bearcats. So, what are you looking for the Bearcats to be successful in today's game, Jeff?
Well, Zach, it's exciting here tonight. You got number 4 ranked team here in Class B, number 9 overall in the state. This is a wonderful opportunity for the Bearcats to prove themselves into that top tier of teams. I talked with head coach Jessica Day yesterday, and what she described is that her team needs to believe that they belong in those top tier of those teams like Grand Island Northwest, like Papillion La Vista, like Papillion La Vista South. So this gives the Bearcats a wonderful opportunity to prove themselves, especially going on to through the rest of the season.
Yes. So these two teams did play last Saturday, right? And it was a pretty close match from what you saw, Jeff.
Yes, I did. Kearney, they lost 2-1 to Grand Island Northwest, but they went down 1-0, came back, won the second set, but eventually lost in the third set. But they showed some fight this weekend. They had tough competition. They had Gretna, who's right now 8 all-class, number 3, I believe, Class B. They had Grand Island Northwest, of course, number 4 in Class B, 9 all-class. They had Aurora, who's always a tough one in Class B. Had North Platte, who they beat. And they also, then along with them, so the really, really tough competition overall. So I think in the long run, that'll help the Bearcats, especially as we get down, as the season stretches down into the districts, into state tournament. This will give the Bearcats experience against those top teams so they can be successful later on in the season and going into the postseason.
Yes, so those are a few successes for the Bearcats tonight to watch and keep. And also back to serve for the Bearcats to start off this game is number 4, Addie Wood. Deep serve into the Vikings. It was a point Bearcats on that first serve. Didn't see who really got the point, but it looked like it was just a block.
I believe that was number 4, Kennedy Hovey. She's going to be one of the top strikers there. She takes a swing. It's out, but Grand Northwest gets the point, but it's really going to be Hovey along with Taryn Mayfield and then Sydney Simmons. Those 3 up front are going to be the main offensive options for Northwest throughout this entire match.
So then that's a service error by number 5 for the Vikings is Megan Bartz with the now back to serve for the Bearcats, number 11, Ashton Malin. Not that too deep of a serve. So, and then that was a kill by number 2 for the Number 2, Sydney Simmons, who we were just talking about, just came off the block, just came off the hands of the block, which got them the kill. So also in for the game, number 10, Jordan Coates, was in for Ashton Malin. And then Vikings get the point off the pass, I think.
And I believe that was an ace serve by number 3, Kenzie Hageman. It was just a nice serve right there in the corner. Bearcats, I believe that was Jordan Coates, just couldn't get to it that time.
Not quite. Malin, actually, that was Miss You. Oh, that was just a kind of a off the hand wrong is what it looked like into the net.
And that was Taryn Mayfield. You're not going to see a lot of mistakes by her tonight. She is that main offensive option for Northwest. She has a big right arm that can completely unload it as Bearcats get blocked there. But you're going to see a lot of Taryn Mayfield for the Vikings here tonight.
Yes, that was Vanderbeek on the block, assisted I think by by 23, Bailey Sterling. Ooh, that was a big swing by number 2 for the number 3, 4, my bad. That was Kinsey Hagan. Back to serve is Kinsey Hagan for the Vikings to make it 4-4. So, tight game so far in this early first set. There's a block on Sterling's spike.
And that's just a wonderful kind of cleaning up the mess there on Sterling, being able to get it back and get back there quickly and redo a mistake. But there you see just a deflection. Northwest gets the point.
So makes it 4-5 for the Vikings. Number 4 back to serve. Right to Jordan Coates in the back row. The set 2, Vanderbeek.
And that's what you're going to see a lot from the offensive side of things for Kearney. The head coach Jessica Day described to me that she likes to open up the middle with Loyola Perez and Claire Vanderbeek so she can open up the outsides to Bailey Sterling and Addie Palzer. So watch for those slides from Claire Vanderbeek and Perez there here tonight.
That was Vanderbeek back to serve, and then a solo try block for the Bearcats was Alexis Mishu, just misses it and goes outside of the line. It was back to serve, number 2, Sydney Simmons for the Vikings. And free ball for the Bearcats as Bailey Sterling tries again. Just kind of nicely taps it over.
Looked like just a little miscommunication there on Northwest side, so it gives Bearcats opportunity, and it's going to hit the rope. It's going to hit the
antenna.
Then hit the antenna, so Northwest is going to get that point right there.
So it'll be 5-7 Vikings back to serve. Sydney Simmons, number 2. To Coates. Looked like they were gonna try to spike by Sterling, but it looks like Perez is intended. All right. So back to serve, number 12, Alexis Mishu. So it will be an ace for Mishu. The Vikings thought it was out, but the line judge called it in. It was a good ace for Mishu.
And you're going to see Mishu is the main, she is the setter for this Bearcat offense. 177 assists on the year and counting. And there's a hitting error right there by Grand Island Northwest. That is Mayfield once again with another error, her second so far this set.
So it'll make it 8-7 Bearcats. Mishu still serving. Not quite deep as those last 2 were. And they're going to call it out, which for Kearney. So little error on the spike for the Vikings.
That was Whitney Jensen. She's also one of the main attackers for this Grand Island Northwest squad.
So Mishu with the set to Malin, but gets blocked So Sterling will try and it'll go out. Just barely going out on the spike by Sterling.
And you're going to see Sterling, who the leader in kills for the Bearcat offense with 64 so far this season. You're going to see her unload as there's an ace, I believe, by number 32. It would be Mayfield.
So it was a little miscommunication between the Bearcats. They thought it was going out, but it just barely stayed in. Right to Sterling, so Sterling will swing out, and then Perez will end up trying for the spike, but does not quite make it. So it'll be 10-9 Vikings. With Taryn Mayfield still serving. That'll be a double hit on the, or a lift on the Bearcats.
And yeah, that's a tough situation for Sterling right there with getting her attack, her kill right there blocked. Really, there's not much she can do, but besides try to get up in the air to keep that ball alive for the Bearcats, just resulted in bad luck right there.
Yep. And then Sterling on the miss pass, as you'd call it, just goes off the hands quite wrong, so.
That's going to go down as a serving ace.
Day was quick out there to talk to Sterling. That one will be a service air, which is long, and now Sterling will be back to serve for the Bearcats. So.
And this, one of the better servers the Bearcats have. That's what head coach Jessica Day told us, is there's going to be almost I thought it was going to be serving ace,
I did too. So, miss you with the set, and then an air point Bearcats, which is an air into the net.
And that's the thing that the Bearcats, almost with that good serve by Sterling, Coach Day said that's one of the things they really need to do well here in this match, is to be able to serve well. They didn't necessarily do too well over the weekend, she told me. But again, there's an ace by Sterling, and that's what they need throughout this entire match to get some momentum and get up ahead on this GI Northwest squad.
They'll make it 12-12 for the Bearcats. As I heard them yell, one of the Vikings yell in, but they thought they heard out, so. It'll be a deep serve right to miss you. Then I heard a double hit, which I did not see. So now back.
Maybe just technique-wise, just a little error right there. So point with West.
Back to serve for the Vikings, number 23, the libero Jordan Cervantes. And then so Perez just sneaks it right in between the hands of the Vikings, which gives them the point. So back to serve the Bearcats, number 4, Addie Wood. And also into the game for the Bearcats, number 6, Claire Vanderbeek. For number 24, Laura Perez. And a hitting error on the Vikings, which will go out of bounds for a Bearcat point, makes it 14-13.
It just seems like Grand Island Northwest right now is just putting up too many errors for their liking, and that's one of the reasons why this game is tied, as there's a hitting error by Sterling, but just been those errors, especially those errors for Grand Island Northwest, and that's why we're at such a close game.
So now back to serve for the Northwest, number 5, Megan Bartz, which will go right to Addie. Malin trying just to sneak it right over the block.
Oh, what a save by Addison Wood, the libero.
So then the Vikings, number 4, Kennedy Hoove, will just drop it right on the other side.
And that's just great awareness by Hovey, being able to realize that there's no one behind those two defenders of the Bearcats, just laid up in there for a point.
So, and that'll be a point for the Bearcats on Addie Palzer's, just kind of over and in for the And in for the game, number 10, Jordan Coates back to serve also. In for number 11, Ashton Malin. So I think we'll see a little bit more kind of rotation because of number 14, Danny Chiley, being out from last game with a shoulder injury. So,
yep, Danny will be out about 1 to 2 more weeks, and that's going to affect their outside hitters, as it's kind of an advantage for any team to have a lefty. But, you know, Coach Day said that their bench has responded well, especially Ashton Malin, who's been with the program for a few years, and so she's doing her part to replace Danny in that lineup. As you just see Mayfield just unload right there at good point, and that's what she's going to do. So the Bearcats need to kind of maybe shadow over her towards her a little more, as that's just barely out by Miss Yu.
I thought that landed on the line. Evidently, the line judge said it landed out. And Bearcats will take their first timeout of the set and it will be 15-18. We'll be right back on BSN. We welcome you back here after that timeout by the Bearcats. I'm Zach Workin with my partner Jeff Ekstrom. James Lee over here running the computer, and Allie Meyer on the camera. Back to serve for the Vikings, number 3, Kenzie Hagman. And that'll be a kill by Addie Palzer.
And you see that's the second straight time that Palzer has had a kill on. Just doesn't look like too much hard of a strike, but it just seems like Northwest just wasn't ready for that. Second straight time, they just haven't been ready for Palzer.
And Palzer was back to serve. And then off the block was a save by Addie Wood. And then a free ball for the Vikings with Claire just kind of tapping it over with a good save by Miss Yu.
Great saves by both teams. Good rally here.
I think it kind of caught Addie off guard again for it. So it'll be back to serve for Grand Island will be number 4, Kennedy Hu. So I'll be Vanderbeek. And then a free ball back to the Bearcats. And that's the second time I've seen that they just kind of put it right over the block kind of nicely. So Bearcats might want to start kind of having a girl right behind just to keep it there.
And Hovey on a roll for Northwest, her fifth kill of this set.
And that'll be a Palzer, and then a Sterling with a big swing. So Coates didn't have enough power from the back row just to get it over the net. So Bearcats call another timeout. We'll stay right here for this one. So what have you seen so far in this first set now, Jeff?
I don't necessarily think that Kearney is having a bad set. It just seems like the luck has been on Northwest side. I do believe that both sides have really made the same amount of errors. It's just been that the Bearcat offensive attacks have just been dug out and blocked. It's just not gone well for them up front, unlike GI Northwest, especially for Mayfield, who already has 5 kills. while the leader for kills for Kearney is tied at 2 with Palzer and Perez. So I think right now just Bearcats keep doing what they're doing, maybe show up a little on the hitting errors, but otherwise I think they're fine.
So both teams were quick out of that timeout. So back to serve was Kennedy Hoove. She comes up with a nice dig for the Vikings. And that'll be Vanderbeek on the kill to make it 17-21. So both Kearney High's libero will come out. Grand Island's libero will come in. So now back to serve is number 6, Claire Vanderbeek. So that'd be another.
Oh, great save there by Palzer and Sterling to get it back over.
So
hard to do against that.
That'll be in. So did not for number 5, Megan Bartz. So back to serve for the Vikings will be number 2, Sydney Simmons. Sterling with the kill. So makes it 18-22. Still in the first set.
And that's what the Bearcats really need to continue to do is kind of feed it over there to Sterling. That's only her first kill, and if the Bearcats want to be successful from the offensive side of things, they need to get Sterling more involved.
Mishu back to serve for the Bearcats. So they will not have their normal setter setting for them in the front row. Oh, and that was kind of just caught Perez off guard. So it'll be back to serve for Northwest will be number 5, Megan Bartz. Actually, number 6, Taylor Mayfield. And Sterling's spike just misses over the net, will hit the net. So set point for the Vikings here. So Sterling will receive the serve, and you just have to give it a free ball to the Vikings. Addie Wood sets it up for a Sterling kill. So denies that set point, so they'll have to try again. Will be 18-24. So Bailey Sterling will be now back to serve for the Bearcats now.
And this is the opportunity for the Bearcats to make Northwest sweat a little. And, well, right as I say that, Sterling with serving error, and this set is over.
So, right, Grand Island will take the first set, 25-19. We'll take a quick break while they switch sides. We'll be right back on BSN. Go, Jeff. We welcome you back here in Kearney, Nebraska. First set goes to the Grand Island Vikings. So, Jeff, you have a little recap of the first set.
Yes, and Zach, it was a story of Taryn Mayfield's offense versus Bailey Sterling's errors, as that's really been the key statistics for both teams. For Mayfield, the top offensive option for Northwest, she has 5 kills compared to only 2 hitting errors. Well, it's been almost a complete opposite for Bailey Sterling, who's the main attacking option for the Bearcats. Only 2 kills and 4 hitting errors for her. So really, Sterling needs to maybe get a little more involved. Maybe the offense needs to shadow more towards her, because she has proven that she can be a top contributor. But also, she kind of need to clean up those errors, because that's really hurting the Bearcats right now, as they have 7 total errors, while Northwest only has 5. I know that's not much of a difference, but when it comes down to it, it really does matter. So Bearcats just need to clean it up a little. They are within striking distance. Only lost the first set 25-19, so it should be an interesting second set.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Vikings to start off the second set with a point which looked outside, but didn't have, kind of had a blocked view. So still back to serve, number 5, Megan Bartz for the Vikings. We'll go right to Sterling. So they'll have to give a free ball over to Vikings because of just kind of a passing error. So Vanderbeek just kind of tries to get it over and at least into the Vikings territory. And the kill by Addie Pulser, number 7, to make it 1-1 for this second set. So now back to serve for the Bearcats, number 11, Ashton Malin. We'll put it right to the libero for the Vikings. That'd be Alexis Mishu and Claire Vanderbeek for the block, which will get kind of put right in between both of their hands. Checking in for the Bearcats, number 16, Janae Kowalski. In for number 11, Ashton Malin. That'll be Claire Vanderbeek with the attempted spike. So, Pulser with the miss, with the air on the attempted spike. So, it'll be 1, 2, 3 Vikings. So, Sterling with an air. So they will make it 1-4.
And that's Hageman's second serving ace of the match. 4 total for Northwest overall, something the Bearcats want to clean up.
So also, Mishu. And then that will be an air on Northwest. Number 2, Sydney Simmons. You will not see that much, that many for the airs on the Vikings here. Now back to serve for the Bearcats. Number 7, Addie Pulser. And then another air on Sterling with the passing air.
Actually, in fact, was a kill by Mayfield, her 6th of the match, continuing to show why she's so dangerous there on the outside.
Yes. So there'll be a service air on number 4, Kennedy Hove, or how do you say it, Jeff?
Hovey.
All right. Now back to serve for the Bearcats, number 6, Claire Vanderbeek.
And you might see Claire, she didn't do it there, as that's a serving error, but usually you might see Claire try to get it right over that and keep it short, as that fools team sometimes. She did it kind of successfully over the weekend, but she hasn't attempted it yet, but you might see that later in the match.
Yeah, probably. So number 2, Sydney Simmons back, and then that'll be a point for the Vikings on Sterling's miss hit. So that's a few errors you've seen on Sterling this match, which you don't really normally see out of her. So.
Yes, she already has 5 hitting errors for the match, and there's another one.
So it'll be timeout for the Bearcats. It will be 3-8 for the Vikings. We'll be right back on BSN.
We welcome you back here to the Kearney High Gymnasium. Bearcats trail at 8-3. The number four ranked team in Class B Grand Northwest. And Zach, this is something the Bearcats, especially head coach Jessica today, doesn't like to see. Big thing is for the Bearcats is to be able to start sets on a good side.
Yeah.
They did over the weekend. They started a few games when they were down 5-0 right away, and that's something they cannot do against this number 4 team in Class B.
That'll be a little cheeky move by Alexis Mishu, and now back to serve for Alexis Mishu. And also into the game will be number 11 Ashton Malin, which I think was for Janae Kowalski. So it will be a block and a 4 hit on the Bearcats. So it will be Vikings ball. Calm down, Jeff. All right. So it'll be number 6, Taryn Mayfield back. Sterling doesn't hit it quite as hard, so it won't go quite as far. That was a good dig by Sterling and Addie Wood. And again, kind of what's Vikings have been doing all night so far is just kind of going up like it's going to be a spike and then just drops it right over the blockers there. So it'll be 4-10 Vikings. And a block by number 3, Kenzie Hagan. And number 7, actually number 9, Whitney Jensen. So, and also back to serve for the Vikings will be number 6, Taryn Mayfield. No.
Northwest on a nice run here with Mayfield serving, of course. The lead striker for that she gets an ace right there for the Vikings. That is her 3rd ace serve of this match. And I believe that's the 6th total for Northwest. A statistic that is really important for one team and devastating to the other. Right now, the Bearcats are on that devastating end of it.
Well, according to the past history, Bearcats have yet to win a match against the Vikings of Grand Island, and that'll be a point Northwest. So, checking in for the Bearcats, the first will be Sophia Steffens in for number 24, the Vanessa Laura Perez. So, the serve will be to Addie, and then looked like a little misread by Sterling, which thought it was going to go under the net. So it will be a timeout by the Bearcats. It will be 14-4 when we come back. We'll be right back on BSN. We welcome you back here to the Kearney High Gymnasium. I'm Zach Workin, your play-by-play. My partner, Jeff Ekstrom. On the camera, we have Allie Myers, and running the board will be James Lee. So, Vikings to serve will be number 6, Taryn Mayfield, on a good serving run, and a sterling error again.
That's her 6th error of this game. A statistic that the Bearcats need that to be flipped for them to be able to be successful. She has 6 errors compared to only 2 kills.
So, also I've seen a lot of just free balls over the GI to Northwest, and then they've been capitalizing on it. That one hits the rafters. So, Vikings will also get the ball back again. Good save by Addie Wood. And again, almost an attempt to be saved by Wood, who's had a good kind of saves a few. So,
and as you see, Northwest, especially with Mayfield back serving, you're starting to see them feed it to number 9, Whitney Jensen. But as Mayfield again, she commits her first serving error, and it finally ruins the streak. The Bearcats have really been struggling with Mayfield back there serving.
So back to serve will be Bailey Sterling on the serve for the Bearcats. Will be a service ace. So, which is we need to see a little bit more of those happening. So, Vikings, again, with their just little dump it right over the net. Bearcats soon, you'd hope, to figure it out. And they'll be into the net on the Vikings. Will be 8 to 6, 7 to 16 for the Vikings. And Sterling commits a service error, which is not something we normally see from Sterling.
Two service errors for Sterling. And really, the Bearcats have not had much of an opportunity to serve here this set, especially being down 17-7.
So, Pauser with the spike, which comes right back to Bearcats. And then a kill from Sophie Steffens. So, it'll be 8-17 against the Bearcats. So, now back to serve for the Bearcats will be number 4, Addie Wood.
Let's see, Addie Wood, especially known for serving the defense, hopefully to get something going here for the Bearcats as they trail by 9.
So, it will be Sophie with the little free ball to the Vikings. Number 6, Taryn Mayfield from behind the 10-foot line.
And as you can see, even behind that line, how much of a kill attempt she can get, how much velocity she can get on that volleyball from all the way back there, which makes her such a forceful weapon for the Vikings.
Yes, we didn't. So when they played Hastings last week on Thursday, the CC beam couldn't really attack that well from behind the line. That's different for Mayfield here tonight. So it'll be Jordan Coates just to put it over for a free ball to the Vikings. And Addie Wood cannot control it to keep it in. Will be 9-19. So checking in for the Vikings will be number 1, Whitney Brown, also back to serve. So he'll be right to Addie Wood with the kill by Claire Vanderbeek. 2-point Bearcats, 10-19. Bearcats trying to make a run to come back and win the second set.
And that's something the Bearcats really need to do, is feed it in the middle to Perez and Vanderbeek. That's where they're most successful. Only 5 combined kills between the two. Something the Bearcats want those numbers to jump up.
It'll be free ball for the Bearcats after the almost ace for Addie Palzer. So it'll be a attempt by Addie Palzer, not Addie Palzer, Addie Wood, to keep it in, which will make it a 10 set. So it'll be 10 to 20 Vikings. So back to serve for the Vikings will be number 4, Kenzie, which also will be Alexis Mishu on the point to make it 11-20. And also back to serve for the Bearcats will be number 6, Claire Vanderbeek. So I think the Bearcats are finally starting to realize what the Vikings do is not actually spiking it most of the time. And so it will be a air on Palzer, which will go out of bounds. So, and back to serve for the Bearcats will be, not for the Bearcats, for the Vikings will be number 2, Sydney Simmons. And another air by Sterling.
That's her 7th hitting air compared to only her 2 kills of the match, something that's hurting the Bearcats immensely right now.
Yes. So Simmons still back to serve. Some will be right to Palzer. Sterling with the kills, so they'll make it a 3 kills for Sterling. Now back to serve for the Bearcats will be number 12, Alexis Mishu, which will be an ace for Mishu. Make it 13-22. So hopefully the Bearcats can try to hold the Vikings for a while to get back in with reach of this set. And it'll be a kill by number 7, Taylor Hagan.
And this is a situation where the Bearcats realistically, unless they really get a huge run, they're probably not going to win this set. So try to get something, try to get some momentum going into the third set to try to stay alive in this match.
So, be number 6, Taryn Mayfield back to serve. Sterling will receive and have to just give it a free ball over to Grand Island. Sterling with a dig, which Coates will try to get over. Mishu will set it for Steffens, who just misses. So, 3-point Vikings, set point for the Vikings to also, it'll be a 13-24. Wood will receive. Sterling will get the kill off the hands of the Vikings. So Sterling will also be back to serve to make it 14-24 here in Kearney, Nebraska. So still set point for the Vikings, who get their set point. So it'll be number 2 with the kill, I think, would be Sydney Simmons. We'll be right back for a little break in between sets. We'll be right back on BSN.
Welcome back here to Kearney, Nebraska, where Grand Island Northwest leads the Bearcats 2-0. They won the first set 25-19 and just won the second set 25-14. First, we'll give you a big score in Class B. It was Seward and Ralston playing tonight. It was Ralston number 6 and Seward at number 9. And it was Ralston who went and beat Seward in the fifth set, 15-13, so they took the match, as that was a big one in Class B. Let's get you some statistics for the second set. The big number has been the big two of Allison Hovey and Mayfield for Northwest. It was Hovey with 6 kills. Mayfield has 7. But the bigger statistic for Northwest has been the amount of serving aces. It's been 7 for Grand Island Northwest and only 4 for the Bearcats. And the big number has been the 7 errors by Bailey Sterling compared to only her 4 kills. Something the Bearcats would like for those numbers to be flipped and with more kills on Sterling's side, but that's something that the Bearcats need her to produce to be successful.
Addie Wood back to start off this third set, which will be in. So, an ace for Addie Wood. Her first or second of the game, of the match. I think first of the set. So, good. At least a good start for the Bearcats so far. It'll be a rotation violation on the Vikings, so it'll be point Bearcats. We saw quite a few of those against Hastings. We talked to Sterling the other day about those. It's where once you do it once, they'll start watching you on it. So we don't know if it'll start coming into play for the Vikings or not. So, miss you with the set with Addie Paulser just missing a little long. We'll make it 2-1 for the Vikings after their rotation error. So now back to serve for GI. Will be number 5, Megan Bartz. Miss you to in the net on the Vikings. So it'll will be Jordan Coates back to serve. So they'll be right back to the Vikings with the block for the Bearcats will be number 6, Claire Vanderbeek, and number 15. Number 12, Alexis Mishu. Jordan will be back to serve. Will be 4-1 for the Bearcats. Good start they had coming out of that set. So it'll be Addie just with the free ball over to GI, which will just fall short. So it'll be point for Addie. We'll make it 5-1 for the Bearcats. So Coates so far on a good serving streak here. So it'll be right to Coates for. And looked out to me, but evidently was in. So it'll be point Bearcats 6-1. And timeout goes towards GI. So we'll be right back on BSN. We welcome you back here in Kearney. So, Bearcats leave Grand Island Northwest 6-1 coming out of the timeout. Jordan Coates with the serve, and Grand Island gets their second point of the set.
So regardless of that last point for Northwest, this is the kind of starts that Kearney needs for these sets. Unlike over the weekend where sometimes they would dig themselves in a 5-0 hole, they come out with a 6-2 lead to begin this set. That's something the Bearcats need to do for the remainder of this match and for most of the upcoming season.
Yes, so it will be a Bearcats point after it falls short. So it'll be 7-2. Back to serve for the Bearcats will be number 7, Addie Palzer. So she'll send it over to the Northwest, which Miss U will keep, and Sterling with the kill, which hopefully she can get that started now so they can come back and win it maybe. But Addie Palzer is still back to serve. And it'll go a serving air, which is long. So Kennedy Hovey will serve. So Miss U will just have to give it a free ball, which might end in a Bearcat point, which it does. So Alexis Miss U with the point on just the free ball is what it looked like it was gonna be. So it's 9-3 Bearcats. Now back to serve for the Bearcats will be number 6, Claire Vanderbeek. So Grand Island, Northwest, not too good of a, they've kind of put themselves in a 6-0 hole. 9-3, which is a 6-point hole. So Sterling trying for the kill, but doesn't quite get it. And Coates will make a little mistake and just put it too high for Addie Palzer to get. So in for the Bearcats will be number, did not see who, I think Addie Wood came in on for Claire Vanderbeek. It'll be point off of the Grand Island block. So it'll be 10-4 for the Kearney High.
And that's how it's the way it rolls sometimes with that hard of a kill. Attempt by Sterling just rolls off the hand wrong sometimes, and it just goes out of bounds, especially in that case for Northwest, if there was a kill right there.
So a little miscommunication. Alexis Miss U gets a knee to the head off of Jordan Coates, so which would not have been good. It was a little slow to get up. So Jessica Day will come out to check on her real quick.
And Zach, did you see anything that might have?
I mean, it looked like, kind of looked like Jordan Coates, they both went diving for it, and Coates kind of just right over top of her and got the knee. So Kearney High will take their timeout. We'll take one right alongside with them. We'll be right back on BSN. We welcome you back here in Kearney, Nebraska after that little injury timeout on Miss U. She looks fine now. It was a little miscommunication. Looked like Janae Kowalski was probably going to run back and get her some more fresh water. So it'll be Vikings back to serve
And that is Taryn Mayfield for the Vikings. And if they want to get back into this match, they're only down by 5. This is their big opportunity to do so. Mayfield herself has 4 serving aces.
All right, so we'll go right to Addie Wood. Issue with the set, which Sophie Steffen's spike goes a little long.
Only her second kill attempt of the night, but that's not the way you want to get started, especially you want to get Mayfield out of that serving position out as fast as you can if you're the Bearcats right now.
Yes, so Issue, it'll go to Sterling for the kill. So it'll be Sterling with the kill, and Sterling is back to serve now.
Sterling starting to get back in, has a big impact in this match. She's back to even, 7 kills, 7 errors.
So only 2 of them have came from other sets. And that'll be an error on the Green Island Vikings.
I believe that was on Mayfield. It's only her 3rd error of the game compared to her 7 kills.
So Bearcats up 12-6 with Sterling serve. So that is in, which looked out from up here, but might be a makeup call because Bearcats had one like that earlier, late in this last set. So the libero, number 32, back to serve was Jaden Guzman. So, and Paulser with the kill for the Bearcats.
And what impressed me with Paul's over the weekend was the opportunity the offense she created. I mean, last year she split the time with Aston Wood at the libero spot, mostly known for her defense, but she stepped up lately from her offensive output.
And that'll be a service error on Addie Wood. So Megan Bartz comes into the game and will be back to serve. So, which is a good one, good, nice, deep to Sterling. Paulser with the attempted kill. Sterling will bring it back up. Paulser tries again. So, she'll try for a 3rd time, but gets the error. So, it'll be point Vikings, 13-9. Bart's back to serve. Sterling will receive the serve from Bartz, with Vanderbeek trying for the kill. Which Mishu comes off the hands wrong. So it'll be point Vikings. So Grand Island Northwest has dug themselves almost out of the hole to be 13-10 for the Bearcats. Vanderbeek slides over and tries to get the kill. And then that'll be number 6. Number 6, Taryn Mayfield from behind that 10-foot line.
Just again, showing her ability to hammer it down from anywhere on the court. I believe her 2nd kill this match, that she's had one from beyond the 10-foot line.
So that one will go over, but behind the antenna and out of bounds. So it'll be point Vikings.
That's a serving ace. That was
12.
That was for Megan Bartz. As you see, the Vikings have climbed back into this match.
That one was going to go out, but Sterling was right there and denied the serve. So Sterling behind the 10-foot line gets it, but then coach just puts it right in Paulser's leg. So just barely gets over the tape, but under the net for Sterling. So Vikings have dug themselves out of the hole and made it 14-13.
And this is getting awfully close for head coach Jessica Day to take a timeout, get her team regrouped. Maybe not after that. Vanderbeek gets a kill, ties this thing back up.
So hopefully, Jordan Coates will be back to serve for the Bearcats. Hopefully they can kick off another good run like they had at the beginning. But Coates will receive the attempted kill. And a solo block for Vanderbeek. It will be point Bearcats 15-14. So that'll come off the hands wrong of Addie Wood. So tie game we have here in Kearney, Nebraska, with an NSAA matchup. It'll be Vanderbeek with the kill off the hands. Number 7, Addie Palzer will be back to serve. Mayfield tries from behind the line, but doesn't quite make it. So it'll be 17-15.
That's
Bearcats.
Mayfield's only 4th hitting error of this game.
So that'll be an attempted block by Claire and Mishu, which will go off the hands and on the Bearcats side. So it'll be 17-16. Now back to serve for the Vikings will be number 4, Maddie Hovey. Sterling tries again. It'll be Grand Island's ball as it gets tipped by the Bearcats. So it'll be 17-17 all here late in the third set. The Vanderbeek's attempted kill just goes outside of the line. That is only her 3rd error for Vanderbeek. Sterling tries again, which will not hit the floor. But that'll be a Claire Vanderbeek's kill. So now Vanderbeek back to serve, so it'll be 18-18, tie close game here. All right, so it'll be Addie Palzer to receive that, and then a attempted kill is blocked by the Vikings. Also, so back to serve will be number 2, Sydney Simmons back to serve for the Vikings, which is 19-18 Vikings. A Sterling kill through the block. So Alexis Mishu will be back to serve for the Bearcats. So hopefully it's 19-19. They've kept it quite close this third set. And a Mishu off the hands will make it 19-20 for the Vikings. Vikings lead this match 0-2.
And remember, they were down 10-5 at one point and came back in taking the lead, something that the Bearcats have to be disappointed about if you're Coach Jessica Day, but not if You're right there. We'll see if the Bearcats are able to pull this one out.
And that one, Bailey Sterling back to serve for the Bearcats. So, and that will be a service error. Point Vikings now back to serve will be number 32. So, hopefully, Bearcats can pull this one back. So it'll be Vikings ball after this. And Jessica Day will call a timeout for the Bearcats. We'll be right back on BSN.
Okay. Welcome back to Kearney as we get into this third set. Bearcats down by 2 trying to stay alive. But in the MLB, big news tonight, the Cleveland Indians were going for 20 straight wins, and they pulled up a 2-0 victory over the Detroit Tigers. Corey Kluber, the pitcher for Cleveland, with a complete game shutout. And now the Indians are tied with only the Oakland A's of 2002, with the biggest winning streak in AL history since the expansion era in 1961. So big news right outside of high school volleyball right there tonight.
And Bearcats will get one off the block. Will not let, well, the Vikings with a block to get it to 23-20.
Just a little miscommunication there gives up Bearcats a free ball and an opportunity to score.
Which they give a free ball in return to Addison Wood. It'll be not quite sure what. Oh, it'll be point Vikings to make it match point and set point for the Vikings. And
it's going to end on
an error from the Bearcats.
Or it's going to be a serving ace on Stutzman, and that's going to do it.
So, Bearcats lose this one 3-0 in a close third set, 24-25-20. We'll take a quick break right before we come back with our unofficial stats up here on the concourse of the gymnasium of Kearney High. We'll be right back on PSN. We welcome you back here where Bearcats fall 3 sets to none. We have our unofficial BSN stats from Jeff Ekstrom himself. Jeff, what'd you see?
Well, Zach, for stats-wise, leading the way for Grand Island Northwest, of course, was number 6, Taryn Mayfield. She had 9 kills, and she was also the most effective server for the night for the Vikings. She had 4 serving aces to lead the team in both areas. Right behind her, though, were her partners in company. Number 2, Sydney Simmons. She had 7 kills, only with 2 hitting errors, so that really helped the Vikings out, along with number 4, Kennedy Hovey, had 6 kills to go along with 4 errors. But the big statistic for Northwest tonight has been the serving aces. As you figure out the stats right here, you got 10 serving aces for Northwest overall. Really hurt the Bearcats in their 3-0 nothing loss tonight. But as we switch over to Kearney's side of the statistics, leading the way was Bailey Sterling, the Northern Colorado commit, had 9 kills to lead the team, but contradicting that was the 7 hitting errors that really hurt the Bearcats overall offensively, was one of their big downfalls to tonight's loss. Behind her was Claire Vanderbeek, had 7 kills. Addie Palzer with 4, Alexis Mishu with 3, Lola Perez with 2, and Sophie Steffen with 1 serving aces. The Bearcats only had 5 compared to the 10 of Grand Island Northwest, which kind of shows the summary of the game as well. 2 serving aces for Sterling, 2 serving aces for Mishu, and only 1 for Addison Wood. The sets went down as this. Grand Island Northwest wins it 25-19, 25-14, 25-20. From some scores from around the state, the big ones in Class A tonight, a huge upset was the fact that number 8 ranked in Class A, Millard South, won in 5 sets over Millard West, who's ranked number 4 in the Omaha World Herald, but in the Lincoln Journal-Star, they are rated number 1 as they just suffered their first loss of the season. They were 11-0 coming into tonight and now drop to 11-1. Also, Papillion La Vista, number 2 in the rankings, beat Millard North, number 6, 3-2. So they went all the way to 5 sets in that one. And then lastly, earlier tonight in Class B was a big one. Number 6, Ralston taking on number 9, Seward. And it was the Rams taking that win 3-2 over Seward.
So, thank you, Jeff, for those stats and scores. The Bearcats will be back in action. Well, the football team will be in action Friday. Here or away, Jeff?
It will be here. The Bearcats play Lincoln Northeast. Kickoff starting at 7, pregame around 6:45, so make sure to tune in for that one on Friday night.
Yes, and Jeff is your play-by-play for the Bearcat football this year. So, and then volleyball is back in action next Tuesday at home. And then they are going to be gone for at least a month. So they have these 3 home games back to back to back, and then they are gone for a while. So that is all from the BSN crew tonight. You have, once again, Zach Workin on your play-by-play, Jeff Ekstrom, your color, James Lee running the computer, and Allie Myers on the camera. That is all from us tonight at BSN. Thanks. Good night.